Hello everyone. Let us do the study of measurement. What is measurement that we have to study? So what is the definition of measurement? It is the numerical quantification of the attributes of an object or event which can be used to compare with other objects or events. So what are the attributes means different parameters, different physical quantities of an object, and if we are doing the numerical quantification means if we are taking an object and of that object we are taking any physical quantity, say temperature, and now we are going to find what is the temperature in numerical values, then it is known as measurement. And the measurements most commonly use the international system of units as comparison framework. As you very well know that there are three types of presentations of units: CGS, MKS and FPS. CGS is the lowest category of the units in which the minimum amount of quantities are measured, and the second is MKS system, and that MKS system is also known as International System of Units, in which meter, kilogram, second are taken as a fundamental units, and the third is the British system, which is also known as FPS, foot, pound, second system. So let us take the international system of units, which is also known as SI unit or MKS system. And in this, the base quantity, or we can say the fundamental quantity, is taken as 7 physical fundamental quantities which are taken in this box. The base quantities are: very first is time, which unit is second and represented as S. The second fundamental physical quantity is length, of which the unit is meter, represented as m, small m. The third one is mass, and here time, length and mass, when they are taken together, they form the different type of systems of measurement. And the mass physical quantity has its unit as kilogram, represented as kg. And then for the electrical parameters, the fundamental quantity is electric current, which is having the unit ampere, represented as capital A, and temperature, which is a physical quantity, having the base unit as Kelvin, represented as capital K. And in chemistry, the most useful physical quantity, the fundamental physical quantity, is amount of substance, and which is having the unit mole, and its symbol is MOL, mole. And the last one, which is used for optical study, for the light study, that is known as luminous intensity. Luminous intensity is taken for the study of light, and its unit is candela and represented as CD. So these are the 7 fundamental physical quantities, and all other physical quantities are derived from these fundamental quantities, among which I have taken few in the second table, this one. And in this table you are able to watch that the physical quantities are the derived quantities. These physical quantity are derived quantities. The very first I am taking here is velocity. This one is the number one, velocity. You know very well the formula: velocity is equal to distance by time. And since distance is taken as a length, which is a fundamental quantity, and time is also a fundamental quantity, so the unit of velocity is meter per second, represented as m by s. In the same way, the second derived physical quantity what I have taken is volume, and as you know that volume is equal to length into breadth into height, so its unit is meter cube. You can watch that these derived quantities have been derived from the fundamental quantities, maybe the same fundamental quantity or maybe the different fundamental quantity have been taken and they have formulated, and according to formula the units are also derived. So for volume the unit is meter cube, and the third one that I have taken is force, and you know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. Here you can watch that force is the derived quantity which has been derived one more derived quantity which is acceleration. Mass is the fundamental quantity, but acceleration is derived quantity. So one derived physical quantity can be derived with the help of another derived physical quantity, as you are watching here. Force formula is m into a, where acceleration is also a derived physical quantity. So what is the unit of force? It is kilogram into meter per second square. For the electrical parameter, the derived physical quantity is voltage, and voltage V is equal to, this is power which is written in the form of W by Q. This voltage is equal to energy by charge. Energy by charge, and the energy unit is taken as joule and the charge unit is taken as coulomb. So the voltage is derived from joule per coulomb. That unit is derived from joule per coulomb, and as you know that joule unit is again a derived unit. Okay, so 1 joule per coulomb is equivalent to 1 volt. So here the symbol is VOLT, volt. And the last one which I have taken from the physical basic quantity, luminous intensity, and here I have taken light intensity. I is equal to power by area. Power per unit area is the light intensity, that is watt per meter square. So here you have watched that there are 5 physical quantities which has been derived from the physical basic, or you can say fundamental quantities. So this is about the definition of measurement and different types of physical quantities, whether they are fundamental quantities or the derived quantities. Now we have to watch that various type of measuring instruments. Here the diagrams I have taken for different civil engineering instruments, as well as some physics experimental instruments such as vernier calipers, micrometer, which is also known as screw gauge, scribble. These are calipers, dividers, compasses. These are mostly used in physics laboratory, while the tapes, rules, measuring wheels, squares, measuring gauges, and in the below side surveyors, labels, this marking gauges, stencils, these are used in the civil engineering. And let us watch the different other measuring instruments such as stainless steel rule, which every student is very much familiar with this stainless steel rule. And you can watch that these 3 instruments all are some or anyhow measuring the length, or you can say depth or thickness of the material, of which the unit is some form of meter, either millimeter, decimeter, or centimeter, micrometer, like that. Among all these 3 instruments, you can watch that the topmost stainless steel rule having the upper side minimum measuring value as in millimeter, while the lower side is the threshold value. What is threshold? We will watch later. The threshold value is half millimeter. The resolution is half millimeter, means the lower side of this stainless steel rule can measure the change in length, which is minimum half millimeter. So this stainless steel rule, which is used for 0.5 millimeter difference in length, it can measure. The next one is vernier calipers. You know very well that vernier calipers mostly used in physics lab, and this is used uh, for the value of length or thickness, which is in the 1/10 part of 1 millimeter. So 1/10 part of 1 millimeter can be observed through vernier calipers, while through screw gauge we observe the 1/100th part of millimeter with the help of screw gauge. And here is the micrometer, and as the name indicates that this meter can measure the value in the micro range, that is 1 by 10 to the power 6 part of the meter. Okay, so 1000 part of the millimeter can be measured with the help of this micrometer or screw gauge. So here we have watched a micrometer, vernier calipers, and stainless steel rule, and all these three are measuring the different form of length, either length or breadth or thickness. And the resolution of all these three measuring instruments are different. What is resolution? The minimum change in the input quantity that can be measured by the measuring instrument. Okay, so here we have seen the three types of measuring instrument for the same physical quantity, and here in the next side, the right side, I am showing you the volume measuring instrument. The volume measuring instrument of different shapes, and you can watch that here the height of the vessel, the height, which is also a form of length only. So in both, the volume are indicated in the transparent vessel by displaying the value with the black mark, and it is printed in the form of a scale. So the volume is calibrated in the form of height of the vessel. So what is calibration? That also we will study later, but here I am just explaining you that the calibration is representing of one form of physical quantity, that is volume, into another form of physical quantity in the form of height. Here in this case, here what we are doing, that from the bottom of the vessel we are indicating the reading in the form of height. So from the bottom we are increasing the reading in the incrementing order in as we are moving from bottom to top. In both the cases, in both type of vessels, you can watch that the volume is represented as the height of the vessel, and the lowest value is at 0 value, and then the unit of the unit may be milliliter or whatever may be the unit of volume. That is always for liquid, it is a liter. So here you can watch that the magnitude is represented or printed on the vessel with the black one, and it is in the incrementing order from bottom to top level, and we can watch that it is nothing but just the height of the vessel which has been marked in the form of volume. So one physical quantity is represented in the another form of physical quantity. That is also possible with the help of specifically designed instruments. Why I have told you that specifically designed instrument, that the shape and size of this vessel is taken such that the unit or the resolution of this marking of this scale represents exactly the unit difference of the volume physical quantity. So here we have seen the different type of measuring instruments, and again the physical quantity but in the form of electrical values. Now here you are able to watch the different types of instruments, measuring instrument, which are measuring or which can measure the electrical parameters. The very first instrument here I am showing you. This is AC voltmeter. This is again one AC voltmeter having different shapes and different shape of scale also. Both are analog meter in which the reading is in the form of deflection of needle. Here this is the deflection needle. This one is the needle which will show you. 1 minute, let me do the correction. This one is the needle. This one is the needle, and here this red one is the needle. This is the needle. So with the help of deflection of needle, what we can watch the reading in the scale. Here is the scale. Lowest value 0 volt AC to up to 300 volt AC can be observed in the second number of voltmeter, AC voltmeter, while in the first number of AC voltmeter from 0 value to 500 AC voltage can be measured. So these are AC voltmeter, and the third one is the ohm meter. The third one is the ohm meter, and here this is the ohm meter, which is let me do the correction. This is the ohm meter, and here you are able to watch that the readings are available in the semicircular scale in the calibrated in the form of ohms. The fourth one is the power meter. In our homes, we are having power meters to observe or to monitor the readings of electricity, how much we have consumed in 1 month. So this meter is for the measurement of how much electricity we have consumed in 1 month. And the next is again it is one more ohm meter, which and it is a heavy resistance measuring instrument which is having the magnitude in form of kilo ohm. So whenever we are watching any measuring instrument, we have to watch the scale first. What is the unit of scale it has taken, and what is printed in it, and the minimum value and maximum value we have to keep in mind for correct measurement. So here in the third number and in the fifth number, both are ohm meter, but the third number ohm meter is having the values of measurement in the range of ohms, while the fifth number of ohm meter is measuring the reading of resistance in the range of kilo ohm. So it is the heavy resistance or high resistance measuring instrument. Now in the bottom row, again you are able to watch many electronic measuring instrument. I should say the electronic measuring instrument, the sixth number is it is actually analog multimeter. You are able to watch that here are three scales. Here you can watch this one is the one scale, and the red one is the second scale, and again there is one more scale, third one, then fourth one. So when you enlarge the view, then only able to watch that there are 3-4 layers of scales, and each layer, each scale line will show the different physical value, and that physical quantity has to be selected with this knob, with the help of this knob. There are many physical quantities printed over here in the circle perimeter of this knob, and outside the perimeter the values are written. It can measure voltage, it can measure current, it can measure resistance, it can measure the correctiveness of the whether the circuit is open circuited or short circuited. That checking it can do. So this sixth one instrument is the analog multimeter. And now the next to sixth number is actually digital multimeter. So this is digital multimeter, and this digital multimeter is also with the selection of the knob for voltage or current or resistance or any other physical parameter, it will show the physical quantity value in the numeric form as decimal values. Here you can watch that the decimal point is available also in the screen. In that screen, the decimal point, here is the decimal point, here is the decimal point. So this decimal point also shows that this digital multimeter is capable of measuring the value up to 4 significant figures, where the first significant figure is the whole number, while in decimal point it can give the correct reading up to 1000 part of the 1 volt, as here it is the physical quantity unit is shown as volt. Okay, so this is the digital voltmeter, and here the electronic ohm meter, then this is ammeter, and this is DC ammeter. This the DC current can be measured with the help of this ammeter, and the last one is again a digital multimeter, which can show the AC current, AC voltage. For high voltage, it is specifically designed. So many types of instruments I have shown here. With the help of internet, we can watch many types of measuring instruments. So these were about some process of measurement and few different types of measuring instruments.